My name is Jennifer Paik. My phone number is 810-265-4252. And I am the mother of Keenan, a student in this district. I stand before you not to appeal to those who haven't listened, but to speak directly to the parents, the neighbors, and the concerned citizens of this community. My son, Keenan, the light of my life, was choked by a coach. His safety, his trust, shattered by an act of violence from the very people that we entrust with the well-being of our children. Yet, when I sought justice from the school board, I found only indifference, delays, and excuses. This isn't just about Keenan. Our schools are filled with whispers of similar stories. Children are afraid to speak out, intimidated by a system that protects its own instead of our kids. That ends now. To every parent who has ever sent their child to school with a mix of hope and worry, I say, no more. To every teacher and staff member who knows things aren't right, I say, no more. To every student who has felt unsafe in their own school, I say, no more. Our children deserve better. They deserve to learn and grow in environments free from fear. It's time we stand together and demand accountability. I'm asking for an independent, community-driven investigation into what happened to Keenan and the broader pattern of misconduct. We need to expose the truth and demand consequences for those responsible, from the coaches to the administration. But I can't do this alone. If you or your child have witnessed or experienced abuse in our schools, please speak out. You don't have to do it publicly if you fear retaliation. Come to me, message me, find me after this meeting. We will be your sword and shield. We will ensure your voices are heard and your experiences fuel this fight. This isn't just my fight, it's a fight for every child in this district. I will not rest until our schools implement real change. There needs to be mandatory training for all staff on how to prevent, recognize, and report abuse. Our children need access to support and resources within their schools. I'm not naive. I know that demanding change won't be easy. I know there will be resistance. I know there will be attempts to silence us, as there already has been. But I won't back down, and I need you, our community, to stand with me. Together, we can build a school system our children can believe in again. This isn't just about my Keenan. This is about a future where every child feels safe to reach their full potential. Will you please join me in this fight? I also have a few questions, not hypothetical, but I know they won't be answered today.
Yeah.
I want to know, after the child was assaulted less than a year and a half ago by a football coach, why this further training or further requirements or policies were not instilled at Kearsley High School. I also am requesting a copy of the coach's policies and procedures as of February 1st, 2024. I communicated on 2/8/24 with the president of the school board and the assistant superintendent that another coach was present during the wrestling practice on the day of the incident. On 2/26, when I spoke with the superintendent, he said he needed to talk to that coach to see if he had witnessed anything. Why didn't anyone ask beforehand? Did they ever ask? Mind you, 2 students walked out into that hallway. They heard something. They were in the wrestling room. I requested the video on 2/8. I finally got a response on 2/16 that a flash drive was there and ready for me to pick up. I unfortunately get a lot of emails and didn't see it until later. When I did pick it up, I spoke with the superintendent about other issues, not just this one incident. And I also let him know something else that my son told me about this gentleman. I also found out, after picking up the thumb drive with the video, that the officer on the case, the resource school officer, mind you, did not even receive the video himself. Since the fall, the administration has known about a football coach that has been antagonizing my kid. There's 3 people that have verified that in a meeting that I had with them. I've also mentioned a teacher that shouldn't know my son at all, harassing him in the hallway. And when my son had said, he was getting good grades and he's going to graduate, she says, "You must be Keenan Pake." On 3/17, because my son is not very forthcoming with talking about any of this, especially the assault, he's embarrassed, he's ashamed, he is very upset, and by no means is my son perfect. But a perfect child or a not perfect child does not need to be assaulted, and things should be taken seriously. But I did find out on the 17th that there was more video evidence. My son told me that he had turned this in to the athletic director. Never spoke to them or anyone about this. I heard it from my son. I think that's all I have to say for now.